Hi, my name is Barbara Corcoran, and welcome to my home, and more importantly, welcome to our Boomtown Demo Day 2020. This virtual experience is a first for Boomtown, and I'm so excited to be part of it. I'm sure you are too. Normally, Demo Day is an annual live stage event, but not this year. Some innovative thinking has turned Demo Day 2020 into an entertainment TV event. So hold on to your hats. You're going to have a really fun time. In a moment, you're going to see 12 fantastic pitches by participants in this year's Boomtown Accelerator program. Pitches that will inspire you and make you realize it only takes one great idea to change the world. We call the members of the Boomtown Accelerator program founders because that's what they do. They have founded a company based on a great idea. Then, through Boomtown's 3-month business boot camp, working with world-class mentors, their vision is refined and developed and is ready to take to the market. Today is the culmination of all that hard work and a declaration that the next-gen tech companies with these founders at the helm are about to change the world. Hello, founders. Today, each startup has selected a co-founder to present a 3-minute pitch. We have health tech ideas, connectivity ideas, wearables, robotics, privacy technology, and even artificial intelligence programs. Hope you're all feeling good and ready to rock and roll. Also joining me are mentors, successful members of Colorado's entrepreneurial community who have been an integral part to the founder's journey. They challenge, they advise, they support, and they connect. Welcome Scott Caruso, Margot Dries, Dan Willis, and Sarah Irizarry. Today, each founder will present their idea, and our mentors will give their expert opinion to the pitch and perhaps more importantly, to the business potential. How is everybody feeling today out there? What are you excited about?
Hi, Barbara. I'm super excited about today. It's just like any other kind of graduation. It's just really the beginning of the next journey. And these entrepreneurs are ready.
Hi, Barbara. Thanks so much for joining us today. I can tell you I'm really excited about learning more about the life-saving technology that these founders have been working on. I think we've got some real game changers here.
I'm excited to celebrate the teams today. As we all know, it's really hard to start up a new company, but yet doing it within the context of a pandemic is even harder. So I look forward to celebrating all the accomplishments these teams have made.
Hey Barbara, I'm so excited to see these companies come together today. We saw them at the beginning a few months ago, and I can't wait to see the progress they've made so far.
So we're ready for our first pitch of 2020. This is Team Alt.
Hi, I'm Dave. I'm the CEO of Alt.
Oh, my turn. And I'm James, and I'm the COO.
We're from Sydney, Australia, and we met about 20 years ago at college.
So when we're about 2. He's the mad scientist.
And he's the level-headed genius. I think the best thing working together is trust.
Oh, it's implicit. And we know each other so well, so we know each other's strengths and areas that we need help with.
And we're all able to step out of the office and switch it off. Sort of, all right, enough work, high five, let's walk away.
Have a beer.
Have a beer.
There they are, Team Alt. Now let's hear from their CEO.
G'day, I'm Dave, CEO and co-founder of Alt. We're entertainment technology. This is how we used to watch TV, and this is how we watch it now. It's not surprising to hear that 70% of us admit to second screening when we watch TV. Talk about millennials, that figure jumps to 90. In April, 500 billion hours was streamed in the United States, double the figure from the same time last year. But what are we doing when we're on our second screens? Who is that person? What do I know them from? He said, what? Cook it, book it, save it, build it, try it, fry it. Add it to my shopping list. Like, share and follow. I'm a bit too old for TikTok, but TikTok? Hear it, save it, visit it. I bet my team wins. They won! Finals tickets! How am I gonna get there? Where am I gonna stay? I better get some merch. Those shoes. That dress. So, that's what we're already doing. We all do it. But what if we could do it so much faster? I'd like to welcome you to the world premiere of a whole new experience in second screening. Something you've never seen before. Let's say I'm watching The Tonight Show. Jimmy introduces the tweet of the week. As usual, I have something funny to say, so I open up Twitter and my message is pre-populated with the hashtag Jimmy just mentioned. Taylor Swift is his guest. Nice shoes. Buy them with the press of a button. She's there promoting a next world tour. Open Ticketmaster. 3rd row. Booked. Change your channel to The Bachelor. You know you watch it. That dress Sydney is wearing. There it is. Buy it. Follow Colton on Instagram. Done. Where on earth is that tropical island they're on? Open TripAdvisor. Anniversary. Sorted. Without Alt, I'd have spent half the show Googling all of that. Searching just seems so last century. We've recently completed our first platform integration with Plex, an open source streaming service similar to Netflix with a user base of 14 million people. We're using this pilot as a proof of concept as we continue discussions with NBC's Peacock, the Streaming Video Alliance, and expand to the larger commercial services. Personally, I'm a fan of film and TV, but Alt wouldn't exist without our team. My co-founder James and I met at Sydney University nearly 20 years ago. He brings 15 years of branding, strategy, and management on board. We also have 2 developers back home in Australia finding new apps to integrate into our technology every day. At Alt, we're all about entertainment. We built our app to make entertainment better. So it means we know all stories save the big secret until the end. Now, Rodrigo, my evil twin, you're alive.
Oh, thanks, Dave. Is this the future of entertainment? Let's find out what the mentors think. Sarah?
They're revolutionizing the second screen searching, making entertainment-related content easily accessible to the viewer, so viewers can be empowered to engage quickly with social media or buying. This is game-changing for the viewer, the streaming platforms, the content creators, and even the way brands play in.
Thanks, Sarah. And what about you, Scott? Do you think this could be a useful tool for a second screen?
Yeah, Barbara, you know, the interesting thing is I think these guys are brilliant. And it's not just because they have the Australian accents. I think they've really tapped into a disruptive kind of phenomenon. People are using second screens. The key, and it didn't really come out in their pitch, but the key is the business model. Behind it all, they're really subverting kind of the revenue flow. They're transitioning it from Google, who predominates in kind of the search, and basically taking those dollars and sending them back to the content owners and distributors. I think it's brilliant. I have high hopes for this company. I think it's going to do really well.
Thanks, Scott and Sarah. You know, for me, it's great not being a shark judging ideas here today. Instead, we're celebrating these great entrepreneurs and their companies that will change the way we live and work. The next team is Audio Fusion Systems.
Hi, I'm Kevin Slick. I'm the CEO of Audio Fusion Systems.
And I'm Brandon Leafblad. I'm the Director of Business Development and lots of other things at Audio Fusion.
Well, I think we trust each other and trust each other's judgment, and we've gotten to know each other's style, so we kind of know how to talk to each other, how to work through problems.
And we both kind of have the same vision and values or mission, really.
He's tall. I'm short.
Kevin's kind of short. Actually, it's been really exciting working with Kevin because he's a super genius, and on the tech side, the stuff that he's developed, the stuff that he's come up with, I'm just happy to be along for the ride.
You remember that name now, Audio Fusion Systems. Now let's hear from their founder.
Have you ever been watching TV at home and wished that Grandpa could listen as loud as he wanted while the rest of the family could listen at a normal level? We all try taking videos at concerts, but the audio is always terrible. But imagine if you could record your video using crystal clear audio delivered directly to your phone from the sound system at the venue. Then your videos could sound amazing like this. What if you could pick any TV at the sports bar, or the airport, or the gym, and listen to the audio right on your phone? With Audio Fusion, viewers will simply pick the game they want to watch with CD quality sound. We are Audio Fusion Systems, and our patented technology is delivering audio over Wi-Fi with extremely low latency. Kevin Slick is the CEO and CTO. He has the experience to build and grow a world-class software development company. My name is Brandon Leafblad, and I have over 20 years of experience in major account management and business development. Together, we have 45 years of experience in sound and live music performance. Now, listening to the audio from your television on your phone, it seems like we should be able to do that already, right? But in reality, Bluetooth has huge delays, very short range, and it's just not capable of delivering an audio stream to even a handful of devices across a large room, let alone to thousands across an entire stadium. But that's exactly what our technology can do. Our first product using this amazing technology is for musicians to hear themselves during live performance. You've probably seen the custom earpieces professional musicians wear on stage. Our software turns the musician's smartphone into a stereo, wireless, in-ear monitoring system with a touchscreen that they can use to control their own mix. By utilizing their phone, musicians actually get better sound quality and control like they've never had before at a fraction of the cost. In the year and a half the product's been on the market, we've generated a total of $236,000 in revenue with a system that's only available for Mac and iOS devices. But we've just launched a Kickstarter campaign to complete the development of the Android version. And we're in engineering discussions with Comcast on a possible engagement and looking into Audio Fusion being part of the reference design kit. That's the open source software used today in over 60 million devices by broadband and video service providers. Now, once the Android version is complete, we can immediately begin going after the other opportunities on our roadmap, including this huge opportunity with Comcast. Audio Fusion is helping people hear the stuff they want wherever they are. And wherever you are, we want you to join us so that all may hear.
Great pitch. Let's go to Margot for her opinion.
Thanks, Barbara. I can tell you what, I'm gonna have to download your app because I don't want to have to listen to what my husband is listening to on TV. I think the audio clip that you showed really demonstrated the power of the app, and I'm really amazed that you can stream audio across a whole stadium to individual users using the existing Wi-Fi network. I feel like putting an audio mixer in the palm of a musician's hand is really going to be a game changer. You can reduce the cost and significantly drive innovation. I'm looking forward to seeing the success that you have embedding your hardware in other applications. Good luck.
Thanks, Margot. Hey, Scott, I can tell you were itching to jump in there. What did you think of Audio Fusion?
Well, Barbara, I've had the good fortune of working with these guys for a few months now, and what I love about them is they're as passionate as their audience. They're musicians. They started by solving a problem that everyday musicians have, and it's fundamentally, how do I hear what I'm saying when I'm on stage? And traditionally, it takes a pretty expensive setup to do that. They've managed to do this with Wi-Fi. And having been in this business a while, I can tell you that's not an easy problem to solve. I think the opportunity for these guys, particularly in large venues, is phenomenal. I think the opportunity to address the home listening environment is wide open because nobody solved that problem well. So I'm excited where these guys, see where these guys go.
Thanks, Scott. And now we're going to shift from entertainment to the medical field. We've got a lot of pitches today from an industry that's growing exponentially. The first Boomtown company hoping to break into that market is the team from Stride Tech Medical.
Hi, my name is Tim. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Stride Tech.
I'm Andrew. I'm the CTO and co-founder of Stride Tech.
Hi, I'm Hamsini, and I'm the CSO and co-founder of Stride Tech.
We met as students at the University of Colorado Boulder. We took this idea through a few classes, and that's where we met each other.
I like that we can mess around a little bit, joke around, keep it fun and lighthearted for the grueling days.
I like how much we make fun of Tim for having a man bun.
Well, there it is. Can I take it down now?
These guys have been awesome to work with.
It was kind of a roller coaster, but very excited to be here.
Let's hear from Stride Tech CEO.
Hi, my name is Tim. I am the CEO and co-founder of Stride Tech. I'm here today because of my grandma, Chris. You see, her mobility declined to where she needed a walker. As a family, we thought this is great. A walker will keep her safe and moving again. But an issue kept coming up over and over, to where even with a walker, she was still falling. The problem was that she was not using her walker in the correct way. It was in that moment that my world changed, because I knew there was a better way to empower seniors to use their walkers correctly. With my experience designing walkers for Medline, I found out that incorrect walker use essentially comes down to forward-leaning posture. This places the user's center of gravity beyond their base of support, placing them in a constant state of instability and at a heightened risk of falling. To encourage safe mobility device use, we developed a smart walker attachment that simply Velcros around a walker's existing handles. And when too much weight is placed on the walker itself, or the person is positioned too far away, it provides instant vibration correction, a simple, friendly reminder, ensuring that the user is in the safest position possible within the walker frame. Customers receive printable PDF reports, which is great for family members, healthcare professionals, and even seniors, so they can track progress on activity, posture, and walker use. And here's the team, consisting of excellent engineering talent. We have done neuromechanics research and patented walker designs for Medline. We also have team members to assist in sales and marketing, UI UX design, and data engineering. And to balance our experience, we have brought on expert advisors who have taken a medical device startup from formation to IPO, decades of experience as a geriatric healthcare professional, a healthcare research scientist for the VA, and an experienced VP for some of the largest senior care organizations in the nation. Over the last year, we have interviewed hundreds of stakeholders in the senior care industry, and we have heard that Stride Tech is such a wonderful idea and so easy to use. With Stride Tech comes confidence. Confidence in safety, confidence in independence, and confidence to explore without the constant fear of falling. Now, I want my grandma to be this confident so that she could enjoy walks in the park just as she did when she was younger. If you have a loved one who could benefit from our product, please visit our website or reach out. We would love to hear from you.
Tim Viso-Zili there, another young team changing the world. Your thoughts, Margot?
Well, with over 76 million baby boomers in the US between 56 and 76 years old, I think this is an incredibly timely and relevant product. I think we need more products on the market like Stride Tech that can help reduce cost and increase patient safety. Tim, I love your passion, and I feel like there's a huge opportunity to help more people like your grandmother. I think there might also be an opportunity to leverage your technology with other devices, maybe a cane?
And Scott, I just love the idea that Stride Tech is a team of young innovators looking out for the elderly.
Yeah, Barbara, I agree. I actually look for the inspiration that drives an entrepreneur. In this case, Tim is clearly motivated by his grandmother's situation. And I can certainly relate to it. My father-in-law lives with us, and he uses a walker even in the house. And I often see him struggling with his balance. I'm sure that a device like this would help him. And I'm excited to see where Tim can go with this. I think this is a device that's prime and ready.
Great insights from our fantastic mentors out there. All of our founders have been based in Boulder, Colorado, the home of Boomtown. It's a great city known for its lifestyle and its beauty. Here's a little taste of where they've been living and working for the past 3 months.
I really like the experience of being here, and the town is amazing. We love the city, we love the people. They're very, very friendly.
I love that we're smack dab in the middle of downtown Boulder. You can step outside, there's always people hanging out. There's some awesome coffee shops to hit up, cute shops.
Love being able to walk outside and get into the hills and do some hiking pretty much 5 seconds outside of our door. So you're working hard and you come outside and you get to be up in the hills and seeing nature. It's great.
I think for me, for the first time in my life, I've seen snow. I'm in love with snow and the mountains around, the fresh air which you don't get back in Delhi.
I found this place to be very interesting, very different than any other cities that I have lived in the United States.
We love the vibe.
I love the culture, just being right downtown with all the people. They're very friendly, it's great.
That was Boulder, Colorado. Not only a great place to live, but also one of the world's startup hotspots. I hear our next founders loved working there, and together they are TRIAD.
Hi, I'm John Dean, and I'm a speech-language pathologist from the U.S. I specialize in treating Parkinson's.
Hi, I'm Josefa Domingos. I'm a physiotherapist also specializing in Parkinson's disease from Portugal. How we met was the fact that John was talking too much, so called my attention to that.
And she asked me about that. No.
Why is he talking so much? Why is he asking so many questions?
Yeah, it's not why do you have so many questions, but like, why are you talking so much?
I didn't know that you were a speech therapist, so I don't understand why you were talking so much.
Yeah.
So it's basically interacting with someone that never gets bored of the topic that you want to talk to.
We're now married. She finally made an honest man of me in March. We were coming out of the accelerator heading back to Cincinnati, and we got married. That was probably 5 years too late.
That's TRIAD, so let's hear from their founder.
I'm John Dean. I'm the co-founder of TRIAD Health AI, and we deliver interactive exercise for Parkinson's using the Amazon Alexa and the Google Home. Parkinson's is now the fastest growing neurological disorder in the world. It's second in size only to Alzheimer's and expected to double by 2040. And although there's no cure, exercise helps. In fact, exercise may be the single most important thing someone living with Parkinson's could do right now to take back some control of their lives. And those who don't exercise regularly are ultimately at a much higher risk of falling. Falls are catastrophic in Parkinson's, and as a result, the U.S. healthcare system spends more than $1.5 billion a year on falls, just for Parkinson's. My co-founder Josefa and I are therapists, and for many years, we have only worked with people with Parkinson's, whether it's in the clinic or in the house, maybe in their cars or at the beach, sometimes even in our own house. And the TRIAD combines movement, voice, and cognition into a single exercise. Our approach gives our people better results, and it keeps them more engaged, while delivering the TRIAD using a smart speaker provides a number of other benefits. Let me introduce you to Greg. While his doctor made sure he got the message about exercise, his clinic is more than an hour away. So Greg went online, and although he was able to find a few videos on YouTube and a couple of streaming services, all of these approaches suffer from the same shortcomings. Nothing's tailored to his specific needs. Nothing evolves with his needs over time, and that's because nothing collects any meaningful data. But it doesn't have to be this way. You're going to see Greg performing a TRIAD exercise that we designed just for him, with the Alexa providing prompts and feedback and collecting some critical data.
Alternate between marching and running in place whenever you hear the number 5. Add 2 to the number you hear and say it out loud. Start with marching. 3.
5.
1.
3.
7.
9.
Be sure to swing your arms. 5.
Can you see how Greg's brain and body are working together, moving and thinking and talking all at the same time? That's the TRIAD. We're already generating traction with partners in the US and the EU, including a new initiative for COVID-19 with the European Parkinson's Disease Association. And in case you're wondering what happened to Greg, he still exercises almost every day, and he recently published a book to help others on their journey with Parkinson's. So join us as we help people with Parkinson's to start exercising and stay exercising using the TRIAD. Thank you.
Many thanks, John. Utilizing the fast-growing market of AI and exercise systems for people with neurological disorders seems like a brilliant and a modern idea. What did you think, Dan?
I love their technology and how they combine things together in order to stimulate the brain and get it working. But I know behind the scenes, watching the team, what their secret sauce is the work ethic that the team puts into this and their passion. Even within the pandemic, they've been able to diffuse away all the distractions and come up with a ton of video resources and smart speaker resources that are really letting them become industry leaders. So I know this company is going to be successful, and there's no way it's going to be limited by the amount of work ethic and focus that they've put into it.
That's so true and a great comment. And Sarah, do you think the team from TRIAD can break into this busy industry?
Absolutely, Barbara. I think having led businesses in the health sector before, compliance with treatments is a top need area for doctors, therapists, and even hospitals. They all agree and wish they had more influence to improve patient outcomes once the patient goes home. The value I see in TRIAD Health is the incredible opportunity to improve compliance for patients and outcomes for therapists. In the area of Parkinson's disease, initially, I see this working as a strong complement to the work the healthcare practitioner and the therapist does.
Thank you for your insights, mentors. Sticking with the theme of using technology to enhance healthcare process, I'd like to present our next founder team, Ortho Keys.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Chernillo. I am the founder and CMO, Chief Medical Officer of Ortho Keys.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Nowogrodzki. I'm the CEO of Ortho Keys.
We apparently look alike. Yoni is a very, very hardworking guy, very reliable, knows his stuff, and he's very structured in the way he does stuff, and that's why he gets stuff done.
Jonathan is a passion guy. He's always looking for different ways to innovate, and that's what I like. He always lives far away of the earth, in that way, we both together work to reach that vision, and that's what I like of him.
Although we come from very different backgrounds in a way, I think we complement each other really, really good. This is a huge opportunity for us. Of the passion that we feel for this, it goes beyond a job or work. You're building something that is beyond us. It has been the energy for the last 10 years and will be for the next 20 or 30.
Presenting Ortho Keys to the world, let's hear from their founder.
Alex is a 26-year-old machine operator. Unfortunately, one of his machines blew up on him, bursting his arm open. So Alex had a very common orthopedic procedure done, which is a temporary way to keep the bones together and aligned, while life-threatening injuries are taken care of. But to make things even worse, maybe due to lack of knowledge or experience, the surgeon screwed up, and one of the pins went straight through the radial nerve. I was actually part of the team that worked on fixing this nerve. Alex was left with no sensation on the back of his hand and can no longer lift his fingers up. He's now a disabled man for the rest of his life. Imagine everything changing for you in an instant, just because of a medical mistake. My name is Jonathan Chernillo. I'm an orthopedic surgeon and founder of Ortho Keys. And mistakes like this break my heart, because I know that if less experienced surgeons and doctors had the information they needed in moments like this, people like Alex would have better outcomes. This is why I created Ortho Keys. And any medical mistake are very expensive. They cost nearly $20 billion in the US. And I've worked in Chile, Australia, and the UK. It happens absolutely everywhere. This is a massive problem in many ways. And medical errors don't just happen when you go to the hospital. They can also happen when you go and visit your physician. So imagine that you're locked at home. You're walking down the stairs, you trip on your kid's toys, and you hurt your ankle. Something that can happen to any one of us, right? You get a pretty swollen and painful ankle. You can't walk, so you go and see the doctor. But did you know that 4 out of 10 patients in primary care are harmed because of medical errors? Orthokys is like a medical specialist co-pilot for primary care physicians, and this is how it works. The doctor selects the area of pain on the skeleton and enters the patient's information. The app then suggests next steps to take, like an x-ray, and then it helps analyzing and classifying the injury, just like if an orthopedic surgeon was right there. And finally, using all this information, Orthokys brings out a complete customized treatment plan based on best clinical guidelines and the resources available in the network, all in a single app at the tip of the fingers. We're pleased to announce that Orthokys will be launched in the App Store in July, available to physicians on a freemium model. My amazing team has made this happen. Ivan brings 12 years of experience as an iOS developer and can build absolutely anything with code. And Yoni, my co-founder, is an experienced civil engineer done Stanford, MIT, and AI consulting. And he's the man conducting this absolutely ensemble of people. We're Orthokys, and we're here to save people like Alex from medical mistakes by helping physicians make better medical decisions in the moment. If our mission is important to you, please reach out to us, and together, let's enable better healthcare for everyone. Thank you.
Wow, another great idea. This looks like a solid team with a solid pitch. What do you think, Dan Willis?
I think you're right on, Barbara, with the solid team. James Clear, who's the author of Atomic Habits, has a great saying, which is entrepreneurship is really a personal growth engine disguised as a business opportunity. And I love that because Jonathan and Jonathan came into the cohort as good co-founders. But what they went through together and the relationship they built has taken it to a whole nother level. I would say it's in one of the top 10 of all the teams that I've coached working together, and they've just got a point now where their respect and trust for each other is really extraordinary. And so their coordination in bringing this product together, both as industry experts, I think is just going to take them off the chart.
Thanks for your input, Dan. Before we move on, I'd like to throw this one to Margot for a comment as well. Margot, thoughts on Orthokys?
I agree with Dan and his quote on entrepreneurship, and I was going to say, I think this is a case in which necessity is the mother of invention absolutely applies. Jonathan saw a need for which he was passionate about finding a solution, and he developed this clinical decision support tool. I think tools like this are going to become increasingly more important as the population continues to age. Once again, back to the baby boomers. Doctors are going to be retiring, caseloads are going to be increasing, and there will be fewer specialists available for consultations. So with the clinical decision support tool, we'll have the ability to help diagnose issues faster, reduce time to treatment, improve patient safety, and reduce costs. I think you guys are really onto something, and I can't wait to see where you go with it.
Thanks, Margot. That was a thoughtful response. You know, many of our founders have been working together for years, and the next company are no exception as they seek to streamline the work of healthcare organizations. They are Qualaris Healthcare Solutions.
Hi, I'm Dan Bishop. I'm the CEO of Qualaris.
And I'm Scott Fisk. I'm the CTO of Qualaris.
And I'm Craig Teagarden, the disembodied head chief product officer.
We all happened to go to Arizona State University for undergrad.
So I had better grades than Scott in the same program, but then he somehow got the lead with like
distinguished senior. That's because grades don't matter.
Anyways,
yeah.
Long story short, we all end up in Pittsburgh for grad school, and we totally got bit by the patient safety bug.
I don't have anything to say about these two. I don't know.
Scott's Mr. No Comment, and Craig is the man with the details in mind. You'll never meet a more rigorous and pedantic collaborator.
I was gonna add pedant if you didn't say it, because that's accurate. Daniel is the fearless, extroverted leader. So, for instance, we all three go to a health tech meetup, and then Scott and I stand in the corner and talk to each other. and then Daniel goes out and actually talks to the other people, which is why we were there. So.
That's Qualaris Healthcare Solutions, now their founder and CEO.
Hi, I'm Dan Bishop, CEO and co-founder of Qualaris. Our mission is helping organizations keep people safe. This is my sister Rachel, an occupational therapist working at a hospital. The stakes have never been higher for her. Every day, Rachel's faced with caring for her patients while taking the right steps to stay safe. But infection prevention, it isn't easy. Here's just one set of CDC guidelines for COVID-19. Every line, every element, it all matters because these critical practices keep people like my sister safe. Practices like hand hygiene, personal protective equipment, environmental cleaning, and more. We know that compliance is key for safety, but it's not easy. Rachel and others only have basic tools like paper and spreadsheets. It's a huge problem for organizations. Guidelines go through a process of implementation, auditing, and reporting on these cumbersome tools. For a single hospital, it results in millions of dollars in wasted staff time and worse outcomes. That's where Qualaris steps in. Those complex guidelines I just showed you, now they're organized for easy implementation and coordination. All of those different paper auditing tools, well, every tool, it's now in one place on your phone. You just collect the data and go. And those spreadsheets that can take weeks to compile data, they're replaced with real-time dashboards. Everyone has immediate access to the data to make healthcare safer. Unlike most hospital software, we're easy to start in minutes with no IT staff requirements. And that ease of use pays off. We're empowering customers to make improvements across dozens of topics while getting great outcomes. Outcomes like reducing deadly central line associated bloodstream infections by 75%. But there's even more. Infection prevention used to be a healthcare job. Now it's everyone's job, and compliance means so much more. Compliance is employees safe to go to work. Compliance is customers confident to shop again. Compliance is our children safe to return to school. Government officials like the Boulder County Health Department, they're calling for compliance solutions now. So we're doing our part to help with COVID-19 kits that assist with guideline compliance. My co-founders and I, we are driven by an obsession for safety and prevention. We left med school and computer engineering PhDs at Carnegie Mellon to start Qualaris, and we're building on our strengths to help in this crisis. We support over 100 hospitals in infection prevention. We've generated 25K in MRR and reached break-even, and we have COVID-19 kits live in multiple markets. Go now to covid19.qualaris.com. Click Help Your Community. There, you'll find everything you need to take steps to save lives and livelihoods.
Many thanks, Daniel. So let's go straight back to you, Margot. What excites you about this company?
What excites me is I feel like this is a perfect example of right product, right time, with an unprecedented, urgent need in the marketplace. And Qualaris' team is ready to capitalize on it. And while you wouldn't want to capitalize on a pandemic, the fact is they've got real experience with guideline implementation for infection prevention in hospitals that they can immediately take to other verticals. And when the pandemic hit, they were immediately adapting their software and looking to try to save lives like those of Daniel's sister Rachel and her patients. I love how nimble they are, how adaptable their software is, and I think they have a huge opportunity. The only challenge they have is finding the right distribution partner to help them quickly get to other verticals that need their product to help them open back up to the market safely. And I know they're up for that challenge.
So true, Margot. And Sarah, we're at about the halfway mark, and we're already seeing a lot of competition in the healthcare market. How does Qualaris stand out in this field?
Barb, they said it. Compliance with ever-changing CDC guidelines to prevent infection is a real challenge in these times. It is so nice to see Qualaris has identified a strong need, proven with already engaging 100 hospitals in the process of adopting. I see doctors and hospitals most interested short-term, But I also see a market for manufacturing plants and other workplaces needing a CDC compliant solution that is easy to implement. This is the kind of innovation these critical times bring, and it's probably here to stay.
Thank you, Sarah. Taking a break for a moment, it's interesting to note that this is, in fact, Boomtown's lucky 13th cohort. Let's find out what the founders thought of the Boomtown Business Program.
We love Boulder because of the 4 C's: cycling, climbing, coding, and coffee.
So I think the community and the network that comes along with the participation in Boomtown is what makes it a great program.
The other guys in the cohort is just a bunch of people that want to make a better world.
The best thing is the enthusiasm that these guys give. Like, it can be a pretty hard road doing a startup. Their energy and their excitement and their support, it's amazing.
It has been a great experience.
A quick reminder that you're watching the Boomtown 2020 Demo Day, meeting some of the brightest minds on the planet and hearing their world-changing ideas. As we cross the halfway point, we once again turn to an exciting young team using their passion for technology to innovate the care that doctors can provide to their patients. That team is Zero In.
I'm Chase Dudas, CEO and co-founder of Zero In.
Hi, I'm David Martin, the CTO and co-founder of Zero In with Chase.
So me and David met in the dorms freshman year. We were both in the health tech rap, and we just kind of hit it off.
Definitely the youngest faces around. Everyone else is either like already graduated and stuff. I'm finishing out in May, so I just turned 22, and
I just turned the age where I can get a beer, so. I think we're just eager and hungry. I think that's our advantage, is we will take any inch we can get.
Also, we can stay up all night and it doesn't ruin our week. So we can do a pretty hefty code sprint and not be, bedridden.
I think David can be serious at times, but with that comes a great level of effort, and he's willing to stay up all night if something's due the next day. He's willing to go out of his way to talk to people. And he just, end of the day, gets shit done. And that's what I think I find most qualifying about him.
Chase is always very calculated. He sees a lot of the things that I don't end up seeing, whether that be in people or a code base or tech. It's very rare sometimes that you get a friend that you know you could also start a company with and have that level of trust and faith in someone's abilities. And so that was a lot of why I kind of jumped into this with him, is because not only was he one of my closest friends, but someone I really trust with something like this important and this major in my life.
That was Zero In, and here is its founder.
Hey everybody, I'm Chase Dudas, CEO at Zero In, where we use facial recognition technology to retrieve medical records. My co-founder David and I are best friends who met our freshman year in college. We were both computer scientists, and when we first entered the world of startups, we realized there was a huge problem in the healthcare industry, especially with medical records. We realized we could use our backgrounds in computer science and economics to try and make this better. So we created Zero In. Zero In is a HIPAA-compliant app that uses advanced facial recognition technology to retrieve your medical records so that doctors can immediately access your medical history no matter where, no matter when, all over the world. Other companies currently offer patient identification solutions. They use physical hardware, like palm reading devices. These are less accurate. They increase your exposure to disease because you're physically inside a facility with other people, and they can spread germs through touch. You can imagine this is especially dangerous right now during COVID. Zero In allows you to check in from the safety of your own car or home. And even if you have to go inside the facility to check in, our app is touchless. Zero In pulls your information from a variety of different networks or providers that you may have. It displays your allergies, prescriptions, previous surgical history, and previous medical history, all in one place. It's super easy to read, and is very customizable to fit every doctor's needs. Let me tell you about a patient who came into the ER unconscious. Because they were unconscious, they were unable to tell the doctor their medical history. And what was happening was they were in diabetic shock. So if he had something like Zero In, as soon as that patient came in, the doctor could have taken out his device, taken a scan of the patient's face, and in 3 seconds known he was diabetic and could have properly treated him. Now, we are very excited to announce that we are in conversation with one of our earliest supporters, an emergency physician from UC Health, around piloting our product in the ER this summer. We have also been invited to complete our Phase 1 NSF digital health proposal by early June. For other hospitals that don't yet quite know about Zero In, their doctors are currently doing the best with what they have. But why should they continue wasting valuable time when you could drastically improve patient safety using Zero In? With what is happening in the world right now, this is the time to act. So David and I are uniting our computer science backgrounds to roll this out immediately in order to help with the challenges of today's worldwide pandemic. Zero In is the fastest, safest, most reliable way to access a patient's medical records, particularly in an emergency. With this technology, doctors and hospitals can guarantee that each patient gets the best care possible. And that's a future I'd love to see.
Thanks, Chase. As we continue to hear from innovators in the healthcare sector, I want to once again throw to Sarah and Margot. And Sarah, why don't you go first? And this time, tell us what you thought of Zero In.
Thank you, Barb. I bet that some of us in this audience have gotten a wrong diagnosis or prescription because the doctor didn't have our full medical history. Who thought that facial recognition could be the puzzle piece needed to pull up your medical history across networks and to even be able to ID and accurately treat those arriving unconscious at a hospital? I think Zero In is bringing the future of health records management to us right now. I can't wait to see the results of the UC Health pilot. I am so proud of this team.
It's fascinating that so many of our young teams are geared toward improving the medical field. What did you take away from Chase's pitch, Margot?
Zero In both excites me and terrifies me. It terrifies me because I'm a bit of a digital privacy nerd. It really excites me because I feel like healthcare needs innovation like this. Patient records have a huge promise for increasing productivity, precision, and delivering better healthcare, but only 1 in 3 health systems can actually access information across their network. So facial recognition might be a new key to interoperability. After all, if you can open your phone using your face, why can't you access your medical record using your face? I think this is technology worth investing in.
Thanks so much, Margot. Great input. We're changing gears now into a sector that has generated a lot of buzz over the last few years, wearables. They could revolutionize the way we interact with our world. The team hoping to be at the forefront of that movement is EXG Wear.
Hello, my name is Prakash Thakur. I'm the CEO and co-founder of EXG Wear. So I have always tried to see taking something from ideation to really creating social goods and making an impact in a big way. So this was always my dream, always on my back of my hand. I have always been on the move in my life. I have been to across 4 continents and have been to many places. Very, very fortunate to be in completely culturally different places than where I was grown up and brought up. It is not about controlling things or being controlled of things. It is more about empowering others and growing a team around it. Because if we grow a team around it and we empower people for what they're good at as a team, it can be phenomenally synergistic, and you can actually get that infinite, that exponential power out of it, as opposed to one mind or 2 minds working separately.
Let's hear from EXG Wear's CEO and founder.
Stress has become extremely rampant in the modern society. 80% of corporate employees experience stress in their day-to-day workplace. And this number is growing. Just look at what's going on with our healthcare and frontline workers in this current pandemic. And we know that chronic stress is detrimental to our health. It is proven to be the leading cause of hypertension, abnormal sleep, depression, interpersonal conflict, lack of productivity, and the list goes on. Corporations deeply care about employee health and wellness, and they're investing heavily. 40% of global corporations now have wellness programs, and $60 billion are spent annually on a variety of health and wellness tools. And one of the main tools that they're using is wearables. While all these health and fitness devices are great at tracking physical parameters and activity levels, none of them directly measure mental stress. They're missing the single most important factor affecting our health. We do have technologies that can directly measure mental states by capturing brainwave signals, but look at these. They're obtrusive, invasive, and they're mainly used in laboratories and clinical settings. Definitely not for everyday use. With our backgrounds in neuroscience, health tech, and brain-computer interface, and lifelong passion for mindfulness, my co-founder and I asked ourselves, what if we could gadgetize this technology and build them into a convenient wearable? So we created a company to do just that. I'm Prakash Thakur, CEO and co-founder of EXGwear. And I would like to introduce Experts, the first intelligent earbud that can dynamically measure our mental stress. We have meticulously designed and integrated miniature biosensors into this compact earbud device. These biosensors actually capture brainwave signals in real time inside this tiny earbud. They also capture heart rate variability and body temperature, and then we use artificial intelligence to translate all this biofeedback into easily understandable measures of our mental state. Our API then syncs with various wellness apps, so users can directly engage with their favorite relaxation tools. We believe that by becoming aware of our body's early warning signals associated with stress and empowering ourselves to take immediate steps to mitigate it, we can prevent stress from building into chronic health issues later on. And we know we are onto something here. We are humbled by the caliber of industry partnerships we are building with companies like Sony, Samsung, and Flow, and the global recognition we are receiving from esteemed organizations like NASA and Audi. With Experts, we can change the world by changing the way we manage our stress.
Many thanks, Prakash. Let's hear from what the mentors have to say. Let's throw this one over to Scott. What do you think?
Well, Barbara, I think this company is fascinating. First off, these guys are genuine, brainwave scientists. And what's interesting is they've got two kind of basic capabilities. One is to measure stress, right, which is highlighted in their pitch. But the other is they can actually control devices by sensing the brain waves and your facial gestures. So you can imagine when you are in a meditation session, for example, you could blink twice and pause, or blink 3 times and fast forward. You could also use that same capability for managing, any kind of instrumentation and other devices. So I think this wearable has a lot of promise. It's a good company.
It's really fascinating, and thank you, Scott. And Sarah, we've heard your comments on a number of healthcare tech solutions, but what do you make of this very unique business?
Yes, I have been working with Prakash, and I believe EXGwear has a strong technology platform, just like Scott mentioned. I can see a pipeline of products coming to life utilizing their artificial intelligence. And stress management is a hot space right now, and not a lot has been done to measure stress, and much less as it builds up in your body. XBots brings a strong, unique value proposition, challenging what is available and taking this space to the next level.
Thank you so much, Sarah. Now, pausing on our pitches for just a moment, all of these founders spent 3 months in Boulder, Colorado, refining their ideas into investment-ready startups. Earlier this year, Boomtown made an exciting announcement about their latest accelerator program.
I'm Toby Kraut, CEO of Boomtown. I'm here to let you know about our latest accelerator, which we just launched in the exciting sports industry. We've partnered with Comcast, NBC Universal, as well as top sports organizations from around the world, like NBC Sports, Sky Sports, Golf Channel, NASCAR, USA Swimming, US Ski and Snowboard, Comcast Ventures, and more, to bring unprecedented access to sports industry experts for entrepreneurs who are innovating in the sports industry. We're looking for startups solving problems in the area of venue and live events innovation, fan engagement, player safety, esports, and more. So check us out online at comcastsportstech.com. Follow us on social, and if you know a sports tech startup, ask them to apply.
The Sports Tech Accelerator is a vehicle by which all future founders in the sports tech world will want to bring their innovative ideas to share with the rest of the globe.
It's just a really unique opportunity for any company that's focused on developing technology or innovative solutions for sports.
Founders will instantly have access to an unprecedented amount of mentors that will help their idea take life.
When you bring in our league partners, you don't see these kind of opportunities come by for most entrepreneurs. We will help companies find opportunities inside of the broader Comcast ecosystem.
Nobody in the world distributes broader, more sports than Comcast, NBC Universal. The fact that we own professional sports teams, we're into e-gaming, we're in over 140 venues around the world. We are the most logical person to bring forth this consortium and do what we're about to do.
Sports tech. It sounds like an exciting prospect for sports startups. Boomtown 2020 continues now, so let's turn to another truly unique idea from the team at Flex Solutions.
I'm Matt Bilski, founder of Flex Solutions.
And I'm Jill, and I look after operations.
I founded the company 7 years ago and just recently was searching for somebody to help with the operations and business tasks and found Jill through AngelList.
Yeah, I think, our first month and a half was mainly in a Google Hangout, and we got to meet, I guess, about 2.5, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
In person.
I think we're surprisingly similar, yet very different people. We seem to approach things very differently and kind of balance each other out in a lot of surprising ways, given the fact we met online.
And also, I think we're coming from, even though we're both American, coming at it from very different kind of culture perspectives, which is healthy.
And from Flex Solutions, their founder and CEO.
I believe that technology should be able to help solve the simple problems we struggle with every day. Problems like running wires through walls without a mess, or being able to inspect the insides of a home before buying it. Technology should make on-the-job injuries for utility workers a thing of the past, and we should be able to easily inspect and maintain our aging infrastructure. What do these seemingly disparate problems have in common? They're actually the same issue: getting where we can't easily get and doing what we can't currently do. Robotics might seem like the natural solution, but their average price of $50,000 and high complexity makes service robots inaccessible. What we really need are smart tools. Today's smart tools are little more than a power drill with Bluetooth added. But why do I need my phone to drill a hole? To be a truly smart tool, it should be affordable, flexible, and rather than taking jobs, it should make us better at what we do. Hi, I'm Dr. Matt Bilski, an inventor turned contractor turned mechanical engineering professor. I founded Flex Solutions out of my own frustrations on the job to define the smart tools market. Let me show you the first smart tool, the FlexBot. The FlexBot is a snake-like robot, 1 inch in diameter, that costs less than 1/10 of typical robots. One of the coolest things is that all the FlexBot links are identical. This means we only need to perfect a single, modular link, allowing for mass production and scale. Users can then connect any number of links together as needed for a specific job. The 3D printable links contain our patent-pending extension and rotation mechanism. This allows it to brace and climb in all 3 dimensions. Once positioned, it can withstand high-load activities such as drilling. Different tools can be easily interchanged on the end, and every link has a camera allowing for immersive imaging. All of this functionality is tied together by our software that makes operating the FlexSpot easy and intuitive. Let me show you 2 examples of industries where this could be a game changer. The utility industry has miles of overhead wiring like this that technicians must inspect and maintain while avoiding dangers such as high voltage power lines. So what if utilities could replace $340,000 bucket trucks with a $2,500 smart tool? Here's another picture of what we're talking about. Simply adding an outlet to an existing house can require holes to be cut in the wall, leading to messes and collateral damage. We can eliminate the average $5,000 spent repairing this damage on a single job with a $2,500 smart tool. That's the power of the FlexSpot. The Flex Solutions team of startup veterans and technical experts are changing the face of robotics by making them affordable and easy to use, which is the start of the smart tool revolution. At Flex Solutions, we're making technology work for us and emptying swear jars across the country with smart tools. How would you use a FlexSpot?
So that's Matt from Flex bringing us some tech that hopes to both save lives and money. What did you think about it, Dan?
Barbara, I love the pitch. And as an engineer, I absolutely love the technology. I describe it to friends as state-of-the-art micromechanics, adding in embedded software with multiple processors, little tiny flex circuits. Then you add in Wi-Fi and cameras, and you jam it all in a 1-inch tube and put it together to create a robot. It's a really versatile product that I absolutely love. And just like Matt said, it's a smart tool. What do you want to do with it? That's where I think Jill has come in to help the team and really defined the product space, the initial product space, because right now there's so many areas it could go into. And once they conquer that first initial product space, I really feel like they're going to then go into the next industry and the next industry. And we're going to see Flex solutions in many different industries, and I'm excited for where they're going to go.
For me, it feels mind-boggling, and it sounds like it could be an incredibly useful piece of equipment. What are your thoughts on Flex, Scott?
You know, Barbara, I'll start by piling on with what Dan said. It really is an amazing piece of technology, very, very clever. The design is just so well thought out. But you know, Dan and I have actually talked previously about Flex, in particular the CEO, Matt. What's really interesting is I love entrepreneurs that find a way to create whole new market categories. It's hard to do. Matt's really done that with this notion of a smart tool. And he's got a platform really around this product that can open up whole new markets simply because it's not been done before. So I'm excited to see where Matt goes with this.
Thanks again, mentors. Moving on to our next group, this is Hemorrhage.
My name is Hector Torres. I am the CEO and co-founder at Hemorrhage Incorporated. I always liked, exploring ways to make business and work with technology. Technology innovation is my passion. So I always liked the combination of innovation, technology, and money, right? And so I loved just working on new technologies, resolving big problems.
That's Hemorrhage. Now let's hear from their spokesperson, founder, and CEO.
Hello, my name is Hector Torres. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Hemorrhage. As the oldest of 7, I had the opportunity to witness the birth of most of my siblings. It is a great event, full of celebration and happiness. But one day, in the middle of all these celebrations, I almost lost my mom. When my sister Miriam was born, the mood abruptly changed when my mom was rushed to the operating room for acute hemorrhage due to excessive bleeding. It was an awful day. But just like my mom, 14 million cases of postpartum hemorrhage are reported around the world every year. And 127,000 moms die each year because of it. This problem is not exclusive to the delivery room. More than 60,000 Americans die from excessive blood loss due to traumatic injuries like car accidents. And sadly, this is only a fraction of the 2 million deaths around the globe. And these numbers don't even include our military, where 50% of preventable deaths on the battlefield are hemorrhage related. So clearly, hemorrhage is the most common cause of preventable death because it goes undetected. And we know why. In clinical settings, caregivers use antiquated equipment like plastic bags to measure blood loss. In the field, first responders and soldiers don't have the equipment to identify excessive bleeding. So they don't call for the right emergency support, losing precious time in a situation where every second counts. But all that is about to change. Introducing the HEMI, a portable device that accurately identifies clinical blood loss in seconds. Here's how it works. When bleeding is observed, a first responder or clinician takes a blood sample using our capillary collection disposable and enters the patient's heart rate. In less than 2 seconds, the HEMI produces essential blood loss information, allowing the caregiver to quickly triage and call for the right emergency support. And it is not just fast. The HEMI is incredibly accurate. It is small enough to fit in a pocket. It is less than 1/10 of the cost of a similar technology. And best of all, it works just as well on the side of a highway as it does in the delivery room. I have 2 brilliant partners with decades of experience in the clinical and technical areas. And we are very passionate and work really hard to help first responders and clinicians save precious time. But more importantly, save precious lives. Thank you.
Hector Torres from Hemorrhage with a heartfelt story about his mother. Margot, this is clearly personal for him, but more importantly, it looks like it could really save lives. What do you think?
Absolutely. I think this is a simple, elegant device that can be used for life savings, and I love the personal aspect that Hector brings to it. I also love that it can be used in a hospital or along the roadside, and it's inexpensive. Healthcare needs the HEMI, and I love the simplicity and the compactness and the affordability of it. I think, Hector, you're going to be very successful.
Do you agree with Margot on this one, Dan? And also, what do you like about this team?
Yeah, Margot, I agree with you completely. I think what stands out about Hector and Hemorrhage for me is his relationships and his leadership and empathy and emotional intelligence, to be frank, because I can guarantee you down the road, when he needs to ask for that little extra push or people to lean in, they're going to be more than willing to do that because Hector took the time to continue that relationship and make sure they were doing okay. That's a huge emotional intelligence card, and it will come back in a very positive way down the road and help him with his success.
Thank you, Dan, so much for weighing in on that. Great words. Well, we've powered through a lot of pitches, and with 2 more to go, we turn to SecureMe Healthcare Technologies and their AI-based platform.
Hi, I am Tarun Gupta. I am CEO and founder of SecureMe Healthcare Technologies Private Limited. What makes me a great entrepreneur is I have an uncanny knack of learning many things, and in this particular startup that I'm working on, I have a good grasp of technology, analytics, and medical domain. And I can bring all the 3 domains together to bring the product that will add value to the market. The reason we are actually a great team is everyone comes with a very complementary skill. Everyone comes with a lot of energy, and we all have the aspiration to actually make a difference. And for that, everyone is giving more than 100%, which is, for me, is personally gratifying.
That was SecureMe, and now let's hear from their CEO and founder.
Chronic diseases like diabetes, hypertension, and high cholesterol are the leading causes of death. As per WHO, 1 in 3 adults suffer. Leading researchers attribute this to unhealthy lifestyles. Such patients have to make frequent visits to their doctor. COVID-19 is hugely impacting their mobility, and they are warned to stay away from hospitals. This is a real problem for them to get easy, flexible, and quality medical care. Hi, I am Tarun, founder of SecureMe. We provide an AI-centered diagnostic and predictive health platform, allowing patients a real-time, continuous, and longitudinal monitoring. It enables measuring of different aspects of the health remotely. Let me introduce Martin, 65-year-old having diabetes, hypertension, and cholesterol. He lives alone with no family or help. For the last 7 years, he has been regularly visiting his doctors. Unfortunately, he has had to change this practice to stay safe. But is he actually safe without seeing his doctors? Not at all. Our platform can solve this serious problem for Martin. Logging in from home, patients are monitored on a minute-to-minute basis and connected to the physicians virtually. We capture patients' personal health data from disparate sources like wearables, in-home devices, and digital health apps. We process data like weight, blood pressure, heart rate variability, nutrition, glucose, and lab data in a cohesive and seamless manner. Our platform later scrutinize and process these health data sets into actionable insights, which empowers doctors to do surveillance, risk scoring, and prescribe personalized recommendations. We are amongst the first ones to roll it out in India. Have ongoing pilots at 3 hospitals, received letter of intent from 3 major pharmaceuticals, which includes Pfizer, Roche, and Sanofi. Have worked with 30 doctors and 2,000 patients to perfect our product. We are poised to grow significantly with a great working team, having combined experience of 4 decades. Our strength includes technology, medical research, and patient care. This product is built out of pure necessity, and we are hugely excited about it. Be our partner for the most satisfying journey to recast and transform the way we monitor and manage our health. Thank you.
Tarun Gupta from SecureMe. Sarah, as we near the end of the Boomtown Pitch Day, we're seeing once again a number of teams trying to break into the healthcare solutions marketplace. What do you think sets SecureMe apart?
This pandemic has changed the way we do healthcare. And it is time to do more monitoring from home. Even more when you think of the at-risk populations. It is clear that SecureMe is working to serve in the space. And the current traction from hospitals and even interest from pharma companies indicates they're hitting a sweet spot in the market. I can't wait to see the results of their pilot.
I'll throw this one back to you, Dan. Addressing lifestyle diseases is crucial to health and well-being. Do you think SecureMe is on the right track here?
I definitely do, Barbara. And in that pitch video, there was a subtle transition that Tarun has made recently, a small pivot, in that now in India, people are nervous about going into hospitals because they don't want to catch a disease. And they're also, when people leave a hospital, if they do get up enough guts to go into a hospital and come back, people who recognize that they're coming back are suspicious that they might be sick, and so they isolate, and so it's really become a stigma. All of that leads to the need for being able to do these things from home so that you can eliminate that stigma. And I think Tarun and his team have done a pivot into an area that's perfect for that. They're able to monitor, able to get the data back to the doctor. And so some of these social diseases that are coming up, and just diseases in general, can be much more effectively taken care of than people who won't be willing to go into the hospital or to see their doctor. I think it's a home run for Tarun.
Thank you so much, Dan. I appreciate all those comments. And now, regretfully, all good things must come to an end. And so I introduce you to our last, but definitely not least founder team for the day, NeckWorld.
I'm Misha. I'm CEO and also founder of NeckWorld.
And I'm Marina. I'm a brand manager of NeckWorld Inc.
We've known each other for 7 months.
Yeah, something like that. He's the real bossy. I don't know how to say it. Like, he's really responsible.
I would say almost a perfect worker. Add to.
We both have a good sense of humor, so...
I mean, working with friends, if you can keep both friendship and official relationships, I would say one of the best things that can happen.
Sometimes it can be hard, but we are trying to separate, like, oh, this is a working time, okay, this is a chilling time, okay.
There you have the team at Neck World. Let's hear from their founder and CEO.
Not having an internet connection sucks. It sucks even more when you need to jump on a business call. Come on, let's face it. We live in a fast-paced world. You need to be ready to get online at a moment's notice. You can't waste valuable time looking for a cafe with good Wi-Fi or guessing if your phone hotspot is going to get you the speeds that you need. On top of that, it takes less than a minute for somebody in the same Wi-Fi network to break into your computer. All your photos, important documents, passwords, even bank account information can be stolen and deleted during these 60 seconds. Meet Nect Modem, the complete and elegant solution to these problems. This sexy little modem equips your workstation with secure high-speed internet everywhere cellular networks reach. Just stick it onto your laptop and let this little beast get you online fast while keeping your connection safe from intruders. Take your video call in the park. Sign that contract in the cafe. Send those documents at the airport before departure. Watch some movies on the train. Working from home? Brainstorm with your team during a video call while sitting on the couch wearing only your PJs. Do it all securely thanks to the Nect Modem's VPN, proxy, and a firewall. Even if those words might mean nothing to you, they assure that all your data is transferred securely and anonymously. Everything in one elegant solution to ensure your browsing is absolutely private, while your information is entirely safe and sound. The Nect Modem gives you the ability to purchase personalized data plans in 208 countries and territories around the world. Don't waste your time and money buying a SIM card or paying for roaming. Now, let's compare the internet speed of your phone hotspot, public Wi-Fi, and the Nect Modem. The difference is significant. The Nect Modem has one job: to get you online fast using a USB connection, no matter if you have Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. The Nect Modem becomes a Wi-Fi hotspot for up to 10 devices in a press of a button, so you can share your connection with your coworkers or friends. The best part is, you don't need to charge it. The Nect Modem becomes an integral part of your laptop. It works as long as your laptop is charged. And who made it possible? Some big corporations? No. Misha did, with his incredible team of engineers, designers, and software developers. The Nect Modem is awesome, secure, reliable, fast, mobile, and you can totally afford it. Having your own Nect Modem makes you independent. Go to nectmodem.com and be connected everywhere.
Hi everyone, I'm Misha in real life, and I'm so excited about this product because I believe that it can change the way we work. I couldn't have done it without my team. There are 4 of us at the core of it, but through our flexible model, we employ 32 professionals. It has already allowed us to get Nect Modem available to each one of you watching. Go and check out our crowdfunding campaign and snag yourself a Nect Modem. This way, you too can work from anywhere.
Thank you for that brilliant final pitch, Misha. I'm going to send it to Dan and Scott for their words on this final but incredibly relevant pitch surrounding 5G data. Dan, what do you make of this?
This one's a bit personal for me, Barbara, and I'll explain why. The company that I used to work for was right in the same industry that Misha is about to enter. And so as a coach, I had a bit of this arrogance going into working with Misha that the old wise one could come in and bestow some wisdom. And so I asked Misha some pretty tough questions early on, because when I looked at his business plan and what he was doing, it was sort of swinging for the fences, trying to hit a home run. And I looked at it and I asked him about it, and to his credit, he had all the right answers. And I'm not just saying that, he did. So then it became very obvious that Misha is a very intelligent young man, has a lot of passion. And it was a lesson to me that at some point you need, in order to push back the technology frontier, you need that, that real passion, and not only the passion, but sort of that confidence, that unwavering confidence that allows you to push into an area, take on a few risks. And that's exactly what Misha is doing, and good for him. It taught me something, reminded me that that's the best way when you want to take a big step forward, that's how you proceed.
And to you, Scott, for the final comment.
Well, you know, Barbara, Dan's right about Misha. He is unabashed, and fortunately, he's not intimidated by any of the challenges of bringing a whole new product to market. You know, one of the things that's interesting is when he started, this was pre-COVID, he started with a vision of making this very slick, portable modem basically for your devices to allow you to work from anywhere. And it's become incredibly relevant now. One of the things that doesn't come out in the video is how international the whole company is. Misha's done an incredible job of bringing together resources from literally across the globe to bring this product to market. So he's well on his way. He's a fantastic young entrepreneur, and he's going to be successful.
Thank you, Scott. And that's it for this broadcast. Many, many thanks to our other mentors, Margot, Dan, and Sarah, and congratulations to our founders. We've had a great time hearing these fantastic business ideas from some of the very talented entrepreneurs. In 2 weeks' time, we'll be doing this all again with the founders from Comcast, NBC Universal, the farm in Atlanta. That's June 11th. Mark your calendars. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and remember, it takes just one idea, one, which could be your next idea to change the world.